Hi, this is my video on simple machines. So the first simple machine is an inclined plane. An inclined plane is a flat supporting surface tilted at an angle with one end higher than the other. It is used as an aid for raising or lowering a load. Inclined planes are most commonly used for loading goods into a truck, pedestrian ramps, or a ladder. The mechanical advantage of an inclined plane is the factor by which the force is reduced is equal to the ratio of length of the sloped surface to the height it spans. Due to the conservation of energy, the same amount of mechanical energy or work is required to lift the given vertical distance, disregarding losses from friction, but the inclined plane allows the same work to be done with a smaller force exerted over a greater distance. The second inclined plane is a wedge. A wedge is a triangular-shaped tool. A compound inclined plane of a wedge is given by the ratio of length of its slope to its width. A short wedge with a wide angle will take more force to do the work that you are trying to do. A long skinny wedge with a smaller angle will do the work faster with less effort. The mechanical advantage is the ratio of the input speed to the output speed. How to find the mechanical advantage for a wedge is to do the length of the wedge divided by the width of the wedge. The third type of inclined plane is a lever. A lever is a machine consisting of a beam or a rigid rod pivoted at a fixed hinge or fulcrum. The word lever comes from the French origin, which means to raise. A lever amplifies an input force to provide a greater output force, which is said to provide leverage. The ratio of the output force to the input force is the ideal mechanical advantage to a lever. There are three classes to a lever. Class number 1 is the fulcrum in the middle, like scissors. Class number 2 is resistance in the middle, like a nutcracker or a bottle opener. Class number 3 is effort in the middle, like tweezers. Class number 1 gives the mechanical advantage of greater than 1, and the same for class number 2. But class number 3 gives an advantage of less than 1. The fourth type of simple machine is a screw. A screw or bolt is a type of simple machine used to bind things together or hold things in place. They are known as an external thread or just a thread. A screw is a mechanism that covers rotational motion, that converts rotational motion to linear motion, and torque to linear force. The most common form consists of cylindrical shaft with grooves called threads. The closer the threads are to each other, the easier the work will be. The fifth type of simple machine is a pulley. A pulley is a wheel on an axle that is designed to support movement of a cable along its circumference. Pulleys are used in a variety of ways to lift loads, apply forces, and transmit power. The more pulleys you use, the easier it is to move the object, so your work is decreased. But the distance you must pull the rope to move the object is increased per extra pulley. The sixth type of inclined plane is a wheel and axle. A wheel and axle is generally considered to be a wheel attached to an axle so that the two parts rotate together, in which a force is transferred from one to the other. A wheel and axle refers to the assembly formed by two discs or cylinders of different diameters mounted so they rotate together around the same axis. Forces applied to the edges of the two discs provide a mechanical advantage. The wheel and axle does not dissipate or store energy, so the power generated by the forces applied to the wheel must be equal to the power out at the axle. So, a force applied to the wheel must be less than the force applied to the edge of the axle because the power is the product of the force. So that's the end of my video.